All right, we are back with another review. This time, not of a television show, but of a movie. Wicked Part 2 just came out. I have very, very strong controversial opinions about this whole genre of films, but let's
Really?
start with you.
Okay. So,
What are your thoughts?
TBH, I haven't seen the second one yet, but I did see the first one.
Okay.
And this comes from a child, the inner child in me that was obsessed with Wizard of Oz. So anything that comes out about anything regarding the Wizard of Oz, I will watch as an adult from my childhood lens, right? Like it just sends me right back. Like I watched The Great and Powerful Oz, like that one and then watching Wicked. And I also want to say I don't like musicals. That's
Okay.
a very unpopular opinion, especially amongst millennial women.
Did you see the play?
I didn't.
Okay.
So I only got into Wicked once it came out, and I watched it. I did not go to the theaters. I don't understand the hysteria around it. And this is from, again, somebody who grew up wanting to be Dorothy Gale when she got older. So, and I love backstories. I love all of the things about it, but I don't know. I enjoyed it, but it wasn't like a life-changing movie for me in any way, shape, or form.
You mean you didn't want to see it a second time immediately after seeing it the first time?
No, I didn't. And I was like, I'd watch it again if somebody wanted to watch it, but I didn't feel the need to like go watch it over and over and over on repeat and like memorize every song and like.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
So for the second
fucking music, people.
Right. For the second one, I know it's out.
Mm-hmm.
I know that people are obsessing to go see it. There is not, maybe it's the face of life I'm in. There's nothing I'm going to go wait in line for that I can wait a couple months and it'll be out on TV or video or whatever, or to stream. I have no time for that, and I don't understand the hysteria around anything when it comes to, like, zero. I have zero understanding of that type of pop culture hysteria.
Yes, I couldn't agree more, but for probably different reasons. I mean, I agree. There's almost nothing that I want to go to the theater for. I feel like the last time I went to the theater was Barbenheimer, right? I wanted to see Barbie and Oppenheimer.
Saw both of those in the theater too, actually. They were good.
They were. And the Top Gun Maverick.
That was a different one, though.
Because
you needed to be in the theater for that.
I felt like yes.
Different experience.
Other than that, I like my snacks better at home, quite frankly.
100%.
Unless there's the movie theater that serves Diet Pepsi, which in my area, we don't have that. And then I'll consider it, okay? Because I don't want a Coke product with my movie. Thank you, next. Now.
So what do you think, then, of the movie?
Okay. Let's start with this. The original Wizard of Oz. The Judy Garland one. Fucking hated it.
Oh, I can't
Fucking hated it.
I can't.
Movie sucked, story sucked, hated it all.
You're breaking my heart.
I know I am. The only character that does anything of value and virtue is Toto. Okay? Toto saves everybody every single time. We pulls the curtain down so we find out that the wizard's a fucking scammer, the bucket, the whole thing. Toto is a hero and a legend and an icon, and everybody else is just there throwing obstacles in Toto's way while he tries to save little Dorothy's life, which, side story, didn't know her last name was Gail until you said that today. So that's step one. Step two. I did see Wicked, the musical. Shout out, Richard. Took me to see that.
That was nice of him.
It was great. Loved it. Maybe loved it because of the company, less so the story. But I'll tell you this. I don't think a lot of people know that Wicked is based on a book written by Gregory Maguire, who, phenomenal author, creates different versions of popular fairy tales. And he has many books that actually fill the gap between Wicked and The Wizard of Oz, down into Elphaba's childhood, all of it. And those books are so interesting. That's what Wicked is based on, is one of his books. And I feel like he should get more credit for that.
Yeah.
Granted, he didn't write the musical, but the story. And I loved that book. Loved it. I highly recommend the Cinderella one where he redoes the Cinderella story because it's very, very cool. I'll let you know what that title is when it comes to me. But the movies can go suck a bag of dicks. I just can't. I can't. That first of all, it's way too long. It's way too long. And I'm not a huge fan of musicals. Okay, so there's that.
Can I ask you another question about this?
Yes, please.
Have you seen and these are about the actors less than the actual film, the befores and afters of the three people who play, like, I'm going to go with the good witch, the bad witch, and the professor, like the three main women in the movie, right?
Oh, so Michelle Yeoh, Ariana Grande, and Cynthia Erivo?
Thank you.
Yeah?
For having my back there. The befores and afters of them, from before they started filming to after, shows, I think, what still is a very sick beauty standard. Because they all got ridiculously skinny, like, not just in shape, toned, like they look borderline anorexic, like Ozempic times 10, like went way too far with it, and not healthy. And then these little girls are idolizing these people who have shrunken themselves down into literal, like, skeletons of who they were. And that's what girls are going to idolize again. Like, none of these women were
because when we were young, that was the thing. Yep.
None of these women were by any means overweight. They were not even, like,
not even close.
Borderline. Like, they were already thin, in shape women who now look like. And I get that there's a lot of physicality in these movies, right? There's a lot of dancing, there's a lot of moving, there's a lot of everything, but they're being idolized and praised for how they're looking too, and that's hard for me, growing up in that world. Yeah. Because I know the pressure it put on me, and even the expectations from men on women and what we should look like, because that's what's being shown as the standard of beauty. So, like, this is nothing about the movie, but I don't like that there's so much attention about the before and after and some of it's negative, some of it's positive. Like, also just leave them alone. Like, people can work out and change, and we don't need to point out every time, but we also don't need to idolize when people look like they eat lettuce only.
Yeah, it's an interesting thing because I agree with you. They look much thinner than they did before they filmed these movies. And they stopped filming these movies a couple years ago, and they're still very thin. So it's not the actual movie production that caused it in terms of since filming wrapped. And we're also, like, the conundrum being, we're not really allowed to talk about when somebody gains weight, when somebody loses weight. And it's almost like, how can we have a healthy conversation around this? Don't know. Like, it's like, are we even allowed to comment, or are we going to get hate because we are petite women who are commenting on other petite women? And then therefore we're not allowed to talk about petite women, or we are not parents to girls, right?
No.
There's no daughters. We've been daughters. We are daughters. But yeah, it is interesting.
So my question to you, though, is, even as a friend then, like, when I had earlier in the year, when I was going through some stuff and had gained some weight, and I was super self-conscious about it, part of it was, yes, I felt not like myself. But if I had felt like myself and had still had some of the weight gain that had come from the hormone stuff, like, I don't know that I could have even still gotten over it because of the societal pressure that there is to be a certain way, or to look a certain way, or to whatever it may be. And I'm trying so hard to break away from that personally, because I know it's not healthy, right? And I don't want to go to unachievable, like, I don't want to have unachievable standards for myself. But when I confided in you and other friends about it too, and it's like, you're like, but we don't notice any difference. So I think a lot of it is, right, and a lot of it is personal, right? Like, we notice things within ourselves, and we're so hard on ourselves.
Yes.
But I think having the people in your life that could say too, Yeah, maybe you have gained 5, 10, whatever, 15 pounds. And if you want to lose it for you, great, but you look fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
Or the friend who's like, look, girl, you put on 25 pounds in the last 2 months. Are you okay? Like,
Mm-hmm.
or whatever. But like, hey, you don't look like yourself. You're not acting like yourself.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's okay. It doesn't have to,
Yes.
because it's not necessarily about the way you look, but it's about the way you feel and your health at the end of it.
Yes.
And
I
everybody's
agree.
going to look different. So, but I think moms of girls have to be super, and even moms of boys have, because like the beauty standard I have for myself is going to set the beauty standard that they have when they're out looking for future partners. And so the way I talk about myself is how they're going to talk about women.
100%. And not something that really gets talked about as much as beauty standards for women is that men have an aesthetic standard too. And it's muscly sometimes. Like, and not everybody can not everyone can be a Doug and a Steve, right? That like have bulky upper bodies and their legs, whatever. Like these are bulky
They're muscular.
guys.
They're
built. And part of that is training, part of that is
genetics.
And so guys have that too. And that's why they're all supplementing and they're like, oh my gosh, I need to take this shot and this vitamin and all this crazy stuff. And so all that to say, I hated
really
Wicked.
digressed.
Alex loved part 1 of Wicked. Alex will watch part 2 of Wicked. I will not. And everyone just be cute how you think cute is. You define cute for you, as you should.
As you should. Love yourself.